Kailabreece.
Fundamentalism. There's nothing fundamental about it. The concept is generally understood as a religious movement characterized by a return to a rigid adherence to absolute principles and often by intolerance of other views, as well as fierce opposition to secularism and modernism. The actual term was originally used to describe a radical U.S. Protestant group in the 20th century, but it has grown to include the radical Islamists, other religious extremists, and even a couple supposed peace factions. The fundamentalist is a politically charged individual who sees absolutes in true or false and has their sights on silencing those that are different. Those outside their beliefs are automatically false, and they do not deserve respect or carry any human value, or at least that's how they behave. To actually try to debate a person with such viewpoints is senseless, as rational thought is not considered important, only emotional wisdom is truth. Attitudes such as these have been instrumental in the perpetual violence of our history, and remain constant today. The principal weapons of fundamentalism are emotional blinding and disinformation. Emotional blinding is a simple technique utilized by countless cults and former fascist regimes, whereas they elevate emotional experience as the truth, and then they attempt to get you very emotional. The blinding is very effective, and it's considered the most important ingredient in brainwashing. Disinformation is a deliberate misleading of information. It is announced publicly through propaganda to prevent a target audience from realizing an accurate conclusion. Whenever an organization tells you to not trust outside influences or always listen to your elders, you might want to do some investigative research on your own. So, how is one discern truth? Well, that's certainly a great question. Your best bet is to probably seek cross-referencing and look at as many sides as possible. If you believe one thing and are told it is absolutely correct, but there exist others claiming that theirs is absolutely correct, you might want to do some research, because someone's wrong. You might both be wrong, but you're certainly not both correct if you're both claiming the exclusive right to truth. Usually, those that are self-taught and autodidactic, I like to consider myself one, excel in their grasp of understanding. Mark Twain put it well when he said, "I have never let my schooling interfere with my education." The notion of seeking information beyond one source is incomprehensible to a fundamentalist. They can obtain numerous different renderings, but the information is always from the same source, the same supplier. The truly sad thing about fundamentalism is that it externalizes all evil, assuming that it is the only goodness and that it is combating and defending worldly wickedness. These are usually the same people who commit the greatest atrocities because they are already self-defined as righteous. When the various inquisitions took place, carnage was carried out in the name of truth and goodness. Those that punished others had envisioned themselves as blessed, and those that were being punished were seen as cursed monsters. Evil was a condition of those who shared different beliefs. It had nothing to do with one's behavior.
It was based solely on an in-group and out-group status, one that fundamentalism certainly supports. Still, faith itself can be a beautiful thing, and for many people it provides hope, encouragement, safety, but to assume that fundamentally your view is inerrant is so dogmatically ignorant that it won't alleviate violence from the world, it will undoubtedly propel it. Any kind of arrogance and overconfidence doesn't make for a better world. It makes for division. The right and the wrong, the good and the bad, the pure and the impure, the strong and the weak. Success in life depends on our warmth with the young, our consideration for the elderly, our charity for the weak, and tolerance for strangers. Because at one point in our lives, we would have been each of those. Fundamentalism doesn't seek sincere charity. It seeks charity for its in-group. Remember, to truly love thy neighbor, we must first know and respect our neighbor.
My question to my fellow intellectuals is this: what do you think about fundamentalism? I support and respect my friends of different faiths, especially those that support and respect me. Nevertheless, if fundamentalism persists, if freedom of religion falls victim to freedom of one religion, where is the truth? Might is not right. Besides, I think fundamentally all faiths, all belief systems, even those who claim to not have any, preach the same thing: peace and progress. This is kailabreece. What do you know?